the best time of the year, no question.
Ethan Gorby jumping center against Hunter Killian, and Ethan's given up 7 inches to Hunter. 6 foot versus 6'7". I think Hunter's got this one as he tips it over to Trey Reed, and the Hatchets control the opening tip.
Almost gave us the shake curse of death. But he did get the tip.
We're
Pike
underway.
Central in a 2-3 zone.
Hunter Killian quickly with the first 2 points underneath.
Washington in a full court press.
Trying to attack early and jump out to the lead. Here comes the Chargers in the paint, traveling, called against Judah Leafco.
Great job by the Hatchets, looking to force the tempo, create some turnovers, and did so in that first possession. Washington ball, Pike Central, still 2-3 zone.
Skip pass over to Bryce Browning. He goes underneath to Hunter Killian. Hunter missed the first one, and he's over the back on the rebound, so it'll be a foul against Hunter, and Pike Central gets the ball. Good look inside, and boy, we got that all night, Kyle. This could be a huge night for the senior Hunter Killian.
Well, I tell you, Washington evidently knows that they need to go underneath as almost a second turnover on the full court press, but it'll be Pike Central's ball out of bounds in front of their own bench.
Tonight's game brought to you by your neighborhood Chuckles Convenience Stores. Fast, convenient, always open. 2 locations in Washington. Brighten up your day with a trip to Chuckles. I want to welcome our listeners on the World Wide Web. We have Tiffany Killian listening farthest distance probably in Mexico. Probably under the sunshine right about now. Pike Central controls the basketball. It's over to Hayden Cabrick. Now it goes to Christian Benson. Cabrick has it back. He's guarded by Trey Reed. They work it over to Ethan Gorby. Now Leafco with it. Around the outside, pitch and catch for the Chargers, waiting for something to happen here. Time ticking away, about a minute and a half gone in the opening quarter. Hatchets 2, Pike Central nothing. We may see the Chargers look to do this, Kyle, to keep this a low-scoring affair tonight.
Well, they're trying to be patient. And Washington, of course, wants to create the tempo.
The first meeting between these two teams, as we said, the Hatchets scored 73 points. And there's that turnover the Hatchets were waiting on as it slipped through the hands of Christian Benson and out of bounds to Washington. Tyson Wright walks it up. 2 minutes gone, first quarter. Again, just 2-0 so far. Hatchets with the lead. And a turnover by Washington. Trey Reed had it picked. Slipped out of his hands and into the hands of Hayden Cabrick. He did not get the shot to fall, but Cabrick works his way to the line and earns 2 free throws. First trip to the charity stripe for either team tonight. Cabrick will shoot 2. We would also like to welcome our viewers on the live stream this evening, thanks to WHSH Broadcasters.
Cabrick's first free throw is up and good. He'll get a second.
Cabrick with one more. It's up, and it's too strong. The rebound controlled by Trey Reed and the Hatchets. So 2-1 our score now. Washington pushing it up. Bryce Browning kicks it out to Grant Niehaus. He's open for 3. Downtown, Charlie Brown. Count it for Niehaus. 5-1. Hatchets back up by 4. 5.5 to play here in the first quarter. Cabrick, top of the key. Kicks it over to Austin Holder. Now the ball controlled by Leafco. Around to Cabrick, back to Holder. Holder far side behind the arc. Chargers just trying to get in rhythm on offense. They haven't been able to create much at all.
Credit the Hatchet defense to some of that.
Pike Central giving up quite a bit of height to the Hatchets underneath. Christian Benson now with it. Left-hand dribble, drives in the paint. No good on the runner. Rebound, weak side into the hands of Killian and the Hatchets. Tyson Wright quickly up the floor over to Trey Reed. Now Tyson has it right in front of the Charger bench. Tyson pulls it out to the center circle and sets up the play. Browning. Over to right, back to Bryce. Now top of the key, here's Niehaus. He's open for three again. Boy, he's feeling it.
Nice
Sweet
shot.
touch.
Yes, it is.
And it's nothing but net for a second three-pointer for Grant Niehaus. 8-1, Hatchet's lead. Full court pressure again by Washington as the Chargers try to get it across the timeline. We're halfway through the opening quarter. There's a three by the Chargers off the mark. Christian Benson couldn't get it to fall.
Wow. Kind of a cheap foul, I think.
Oh, it's on the Chargers.
I sure thought it was on Browning at first when he called it, but it is on the Chargers. Be a turnover.
Ethan Gorby whistled for his first and the team's first foul. So the Hatchets have it back. Tyson over to Bryce Browning. Bryce fouled by Kabrick as he makes his move.
Tell you, Washington's doing a nice job on the offensive end, moving the basketball against the zone. A couple more shots from the perimeter, and they may have to come out of that zone as Washington has made them pay to this point. 8-1, 4:01 to go in the first quarter.
Inbound pass goes to Killian. Killian works out of pressure, lays it in for two more.
Nice
job
move by Killian. Little half hook in the lane.
He has 4, and the Hatchet lead is now 9, 10-1 on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. Holder kicks it over to Benson. Benson back to Holder. Now it's underneath to Gorby. Gorby out to Leithco, over to Kabrick. One free throw for the Chargers. That's all they've been able to muster so far against this Hatchet defense. 10-1 in favor of Washington. Tonight's game coverage brought to you by Thompson Insurance, treating you the way you want to be treated. As I say that, a three-pointer falls for Hayden Kabrick, and a timeout is called by Coach Elliott and the Chargers. With 3:19 to go in the first quarter on the A&R Home Center scoreboard, Washington 10, Pike Central 4. We'll be back to the Hatchet House in 30 seconds on WAMW. Game coverage at the 3A sectional presented by Washington Chrysler Center, where the Ram Truck Month is winding down. Just a couple of days left to grab your Ram truck, again with huge savings up to $10,000. See the sales team at the Washington Chrysler Center, downtown Washington. Three ball by Bryce Browning is good. Hatchets waste no time.
Telling you, they're going to shoot them out of that zone, I believe.
13-4 now in favor of Washington, and the Hatchets, I believe, Kyle, are perfect from three-point range.
Yes, they are.
As the Hatchets get the steal on the full court press. Grant Niehaus, top of the key, kicks it over to Tyson Wright. He'll try his luck for three, and he hits it. So they're 4 for 4 from three-point land. 3 different players have connected from behind the arc, and there's another steal by Washington as Tyson Wright takes it to the hoop and scores 2.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Hatchets. 18-4.
Washington in control right now. 2:27 left in this first quarter of play. Pike Central breaks the pressure, and the Hatchets almost come up with a steal.
Niehaus and Wright, both of them. You know, this could be a confidence builder for the rest of this tournament if the Hatchets can keep pouring it on at this rate.
We talk a lot about whether you want a first-round bye or want to play. I think you want to play, Kyle.
Yeah, play, get the jitters out, go after it. And if you can start off like the Hatchets have started, that's got to build your confidence.
Leithco kicks it over to Ethan Gorby, and Gorby drug a foot. Traveling is the call. It's back to Washington.
Washington has only missed one shot to this point, and that's what you want to do coming out.
18-4 in favor of Washington with 2:10 to play in the opening quarter here at the Hatchet House.
7 out of 8 at this point from the field.
3 from Browning is good. My goodness, these guys are shooting lights out. That's the second three-pointer for Bryce.
Could be a statement game for these Hatchets.
21-4 now. Full court press. Again by Washington. This time the Chargers break it. They have the numbers, but the lay-in is no good by Ethan Gorby. Rebound controlled by Washington. Tyson Wright kicks it to Niehaus. His jumper is short. And the rebound controlled by Leafco, and a bump foul called against Browning.
Well, the Hatchets are, what do you want to call it, normal? I mean, they've just have fired on all cylinders.
Tough break there for Bryce. He was fighting for the rebound.
Going to be his second.
He bumped into the Charger, and he's whistled for his second foul, so he'll have to sit down, and Julius Hardiman gets his first chance in the game now for Washington.
Yes, he did.
Traveling called against Holder.
Mr. Slavin, before he put it on the floor, he took a step. It'll be Washington's ball in the backcourt. Out of bounds on the side. 21-4.
Tonight's game brought to you by A&R Home Center, more than just a hardware store. And WTHI TV 10, coverage you can count on at News 10. The first three-pointer missed there as Tyson Wright couldn't get it, but an offensive rebound and a putback by the sophomore Trey Reed makes it 23-4. Boy, they're pumped, Kyle. If they can continue this style of play and this momentum throughout the tournament, they're going to be hard to beat. There, they broke the pressure, and Ethan Gorby with the finish. Laid it in for two, 23-6. Under a minute to go, first quarter.
Washington probably going to hold for one against this zone. 48 seconds to go in the first quarter, 23-6. Washington coming out of the gate, trying to flex early.
Hatchet's holding for the last shot here. Our game coverage presented by Bill Dobson Ford. Reminding you a Dobson deal is a better deal at Bill Dobson Ford. Also brought to you by your Edward Jones Financial Advisors, Sarah Browning, Doug Bubalo, and Scott Cordova. Proud backers of the Washington Hatchets. Lots of basketball all across the state tonight as the tournament kicks off at sites all around Indiana. The 1A sectional, another one we'll keep a close eye on this week at Lagodi. 6 seconds left. Tyson's shot is no good. Tip in attempted by Julius Hardiman.
Should get 2 free throws. Great effort.
And Hardiman is fouled as he tries to tip it in. He'll shoot 2, you're right.
Good effort by him. 2.8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And for Coach Miller, well, they're going to say it's out of bounds, which little surprised by that. Everybody thought they were lining up for free throws, but
okay.
Let's take a 3 here instead.
Stephen Craig whistled for that foul. The inbound pass goes to Tyson, and around the rim, no good. That's it for the first quarter of play. 8 minutes in here at the Hatchet House on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. After 1, it's the Washington Hatchets 23, Pike Central Chargers 6. Second quarter action in 1 minute on WAMW.
think we had a better vantage point on this one. Instead, Niehaus was on the line.
I think
Mr. Slavin.
I think he stopped, right? He towed the mark.
It was close.
It was. It'll be out of bounds for Pike Central.
I'm going to give the official the benefit of the
Yep,
doubt.
that's right.
We never do, but we'll give it to him.
This time the Chargers break the pressure. High off the glass. The shot counts by Ethan Scott. He'll get his first points. Makes it 23-8 with 6:40 left in the first half. Washington leading. Grant Niehaus over to Hardiman. Hardiman kicks it to Tyson Wright. Hatchet's patient this time, running a little clock. Julius out to Tyson Wright. As play kind of slows down, want to remind fans, shoot us an email wherever you're listening from tonight. We always enjoy hearing from the listeners. Email us on the website, WAMWAMFM.com. Tell us where you're joining us from tonight.
Ball knocked out of bounds.
Even though you move out of the Hoosier State, we know you love your Indiana basketball. It's in your blood.
Once a Hatchet, always a Hatchet.
That's right.
Nice pass.
Beautiful feed, and the finish didn't go by Hardiman. But Julius is fouled, and he's going to shoot two.
He wishes he had that back. It should have been an and one, as normally Julius finishes around the basket, just not able to connect there. But he'll go to the line for two. Trey Reed with the nice high post to low post feed.
Julius hits the first free throw. So he's in the scoring column. The winner of this game again facing Vincennes Lincoln back here Friday night in game one. Another 6 o'clock tip-off. Both free throws count for Hardiman.
Attaboy.
And Julius will get a break now as Kyle Mann checks in for the Hatchets. With
Hardiman, good minutes for the Hatchets.
5:55 left in the opening half.
Coach Miller not happy with that press attempt that Washington had. It was kind of weak.
Not sure what happened there. A little breakdown in communication. Chargers didn't have any problems breaking at that time. Kicked out to Leithco. He'll shoot the three, and he got it.
Got it.
That is Judah Leithco with his first points tonight. Makes it 25-11. Chargers nipping away at that lead. They trail by 14 now. As Niehaus gets a step on his defender, he's fouled.
Like to see Grant being aggressive, attacking that zone. Not just falling in love with that jumper. Putting the pressure on the defense, drawing the foul, be Washington's ball out of bounds underneath their own basket.
Second foul whistled against Cabrick, so he'll have to sit down. Joey Church also sits down. Ethan Scott is re-entered. And Benson also back in the lineup. The inbound pass goes to Killian. He can't get it, but an offensive rebound and second chance for the Hatchets, and give that bucket to Trey Reed. So 27-11. 5 minutes left first half. Chargers in the corner, in trouble. Able to work it out. Now Grant Niehaus gets the steal. Grant all the way, up and in, and one.
Great job.
Niehaus with 8. A chance to make it 9 at the charity stripe with 4:51 left.
Took the contact, finished it. Going to go to the line, and I feel pretty comfortable about Grant. Nice free throw shooter on the season. I look for him to connect this one as he eyes it, flies it.
Drains it.
Nothing but the bottom.
Bleachers are pulled out here at the Hatchet House. Good crowd on hand for game number 1. Several of the game 2 fans starting to file in for Sullivan and Southridge, as the Chargers again lose the handle and give it back to Washington one more time.
Turnover number 8, as Washington's defense has really turned it up on the Chargers.
Tonight's game presented by the Donaldson Insurance Agency, your number 1 Hatchet fans. With Donaldson's, you're always number 1. And Freddie Energy fueling your everyday life. Tyson kicks it out to Niehaus. He's open for 3. He'll set, shoot. Oh, just missed. Another offensive rebound and put back for the sophomore Trey Reed. Trey's got 6.
I tell you, he's really come on here late in the season, and we've needed it. Great job by Reed.
Pressure again by the Hatchets, and the Chargers turn it over. Grant Niehaus gets the steal. Tyson Wright walks it up, hands to Kyle Mann. Now into Reed. Over to Grant. He'll try for three again. Oh, couldn't get the roll. On the rebound, it's loose and into the hands of Ethan Scott. The Chargers come up with it. Walking it up. There's
Niehaus.
Austin Holder.
Yeah, Niehaus just a little bit short on those last two shots.
Shot off the mark by Leithco. Rebound for Holder. His putback is no good. And now the Hatchets come up with it. Tyson Wright over to Grant. Niehaus draws the double team and dribbles off his leg out of bounds to Pike Central. That's a Hatchet turnover. Full court pressure again by Washington. Chargers able to break it. Holder works it across. Stephen Craig back in the lineup now. Holds the ball. He'll hand it off to Draven Huff. Huff also re-entered during the last dead ball. Huff hands it to Ethan Gorby. Gorby out to Craig. Now it goes to Benson. Here's Gorby. And Gorby is fouled before the shot, I believe.
Yeah, going to get a foul on the drive, which is all right. Killian with his, I believe, first.
Second foul on Hunter.
Right, second.
So that's going to bring Julius off the bench. He'll re-enter now for Washington.
Hunter doing a nice job. 4 points, 4 rebounds in the first half to this point. So no need for him to pick up his third before the half. So
Craig inbounds underneath the Charger basket. There's a three up and in. Count it for Christian Benson. He gets his first points. Makes it 32-14 in favor of Washington. Trey Reed over to Niehaus. Grant shot, no. And the rebound controlled by Craig. I think we got to get Grant on this side of the floor. He likes this side better, Kyle.
Do you think that's right?
That far corner there's not been good to Grant so far tonight.
It just looks like he's falling back a little bit now. His first couple shots looked really great. Just now falling back a little bit on his shot. I think if he's going to the basket, it's money.
2 minutes left, first half. Craig kicks it over to Draven Huff. Huff drives baseline, dribbles in trouble, kicks it back out to Craig. Craig now hands it to Christian Benson. And there's the Hatchet steal. Hardiman comes up with it. Good pressure there by Washington. Kyle Mann. Ball tipped and back into Pike Central's control there. So Charger defense with a nice stop. Minute and a half to play in this opening half. It's Washington 32, Pike Central 14. Dwayne Shake and Kyle Cornelius from the Hatchet House. Tournament time getting in full gear tonight. Big week of basketball across the state, as we said. Doesn't get any better than this. Tipped out of bounds, last touch by the Hatchets. Tonight's game coverage brought to you by Myers LP Gas, Highway 57 north of Washington. Steve and Clara Myers, proud to root for the Hatchets tonight. Ace's Restaurant inside the Washington Country Club on Bedford Road after the game Saturday. Live music at Ace's from local favorite Damian Baker. So celebrate after the game and head to Ace's just up the road in the Country Club on Bedford Road. Pike Central with the ball. Christian Benson, one-on-one against Niehaus. Off now to Holder. Holder kicks it to Kabrick. Craig has it. Back to Kabrick. Look at that defense, Kyle.
Sticky.
There's not many places to go if you're a Charger right now.
I got to think that there's 8 Hatchets out there.
Holder had it taken away.
Nice job by Reed.
Trey Reed, and Trey's foul. That's going to be the 7th team foul.
He should go to the line for a bonus.
Trey
42 seconds.
One in bonus for the sophomore Trey Reed. He's had a great first half. I don't think he's come out, Kyle. 6 points for the sophomore.
3 rebounds, 2 offensive, 1 defensive. He has played a nice first half, no doubt about it.
I want to thank McAllister Machinery, your Caterpillar dealer in Washington, proud backers of the Hatchets. The free throw from Trey is good. Give him the bonus.
Looks good.
Washington looking for their 15th win of the season. Coming into tournament play, 14-8. Second free throw from Trey, both of them good. Hatchet's perfect at the line, 5 for 5 in this first half. And the full court press continues with 40 seconds left. 34-14 in favor of Washington, a 20-point Hatchet lead. Drive to the bucket, no good, as Ethan Gorby wants that one back. I think he found himself too open there. Nobody stopped Gorby.
Well, sometimes that's as good as a turnover. Forcing a quick shot, miss, Hatchets get the rebound. It's not classified as a turnover, but that's what you want your offense to do, is to speed the other team up. 10 seconds to go, Washington up 20, looking for the last shot of the half.
4 seconds. Tyson Wright will take the three.
Attaboy.
Yeah! And there's the icing on the cake. The big exclamation mark. And the Hatchets head to the locker room with a big lead at the half. We played one half of basketball on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. It's Washington 37, Pike Central Chargers 14.
May need gear on Saturday night.
Yeah, I think he's planning on it. Do you know he started working for us today?
I just heard that. What do you think about that?
He'll do a good job. At the half, Washington Hatchets in control, leading the Pike Central Chargers in the opening round of the 3A sectional. 37-14 on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. Individual scoring at the half for Washington, leading the way with 9 points. Grant Niehaus, 2 threes, a 2 and a free throw. 9 points for the junior Niehaus. Right behind with 8 is Tyson Wright. He had a pair of threes and a 2. 8 points for Wright. Trey Reed also with a big first half. He finished with 8. 6 points for Bryce Browning, 4 points for Hunter Killian, and 2 free throws for Julius Hardiman. So 9 for Grant Niehaus, 8 for Tyson Wright, 8 for Trey Reed, 6 for Bryce Browning, 4 for Hunter Killian, 2 for Julius Hardiman. For the Pike Central Chargers, 4 points for Hayden Kabrick, 3 points for Judah Leithco, 3 points for Christian Benson, 2 for Ethan Gorby, and 2 for Ethan Scott. So limited scoring for the Chargers at the half. 4 for Kabrick, 3 for Leithco, 3 for Benson, 2 for Gorby, and 2 for Ethan Scott. Pike Central held to just 6 points in the first quarter, only 8 points in the second period, and 14 points at the half. And Washington leads 37-14. We'll be back with your first half team stats after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to live coverage of the 3A boys basketball sectional on your home for the Hatchets, WAMW.
You're clear.
Thank you. You got the team stats. You're up next. Welcome back to the Hatchet House at halftime. It's Washington 37, Pike Central 14. And our viewers at home treated to me singing along with Living on a Prayer. Hard for me to remember that we're on the video stream as well tonight, Kyle. So sorry if my
Sorry for that, folks.
serenade got to you a little bit. Hope we still got you on viewing online and on air.
They might all be a little sick right now, actually.
What about your first half team stats, Kyle?
They're not as bad as that singing. Put it that way.
Well, maybe somebody, the voice or something heard me, and I might be getting a call from them. You never know.
You never know. They may need one of those episodes of somebody to laugh at.
I mean, if it worked for what's his name, William Hung or whatever the guy's name was, I could do it too.
You could be there. We'll start with Pike Central. 2 out of 7 from 2-point range, 29%. Dialing from distance pretty nicely, 3 out of 5 for 60%. They had 1 offensive rebounds, 4 defensive. They are 1 out of 2 from the foul line for 50%. And I have them for 11 first half turnovers as Washington really amped up the pressure on the Chargers in the first half. For your Hatchets, they are 7 out of 13 from 2-point range, 54%. On fire against that 2-3 zone, 6 out of 9. We have them making their first 4 3-pointers, 67% from 3 range, 4 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive rebounds. They are perfect from the foul line, 5 out of 5. And they had 4 turnovers in the first half. As here at the Hatchet House in Game 1 of Sectional 31, the Washington Hatchets lead 37-14.
We'll be back with second half action after this 2-minute timeout on your home for the Hatchets, WAMW.
You're clear. 30 seconds.
Halftime here at the Hatchet House, game 1 of the 3A boys basketball sectional. The Washington Hatchets leading the Pike Central Chargers 37-14. I'm Dwayne Shake along with Kyle Cornelius. Getting set for the second half of play. I want to thank our sponsors tonight. They include Gill Funeral Home, serving our community since 1872. Taylor's 2 Steakhouse in Oakland City, voted best of the best steak in Gibson County, and there's good reason why. It is a good steak. Neil and Betty Newton invite you to their place for a great lunch or dinner anytime at Taylor's 2 Steakhouse in Oakland City. Also want to thank the Pepsi Beverages Company, the official soft drink of the Washington Hatchets. Well, Kyle, I don't think the Hatchets are going to change too much up for this second half of play. What do you think?
Should not. I think just turn it up a little bit more would be my antidote to success.
Hatchets start with the ball to begin the second half. They work it underneath to Grant Niehaus, and he'll lay it off the glass for 2 on a nice feed from Hunter Killian. 39-14, Hatchets.
Hatchet's firing on all cylinders to this point.
There's another steal by Washington on the full court press. Tyson Wright kicks it top of the key to Niehaus for 3, and he'll get another one.
Much better.
5 quick points for Niehaus. He's up to 14 now. Washington 41, Pike Central 14.
We always talk about first 3 minutes, another turnover.
And that ball right into the hands of Hunter Killian. So this full court press really shaking up Pike Central to start the second half.
Really speeding them up. Something that Pike Central's coach is not wanting to happen.
Hunter Killian, couldn't get it. Rebound controlled by Kabrick. Fast break, lay in, good for 2. And the Chargers get their first points off of Christian Benson. Bryce Browning now. Charge is the call.
Tough call.
And it's number 3 on Bryce.
As if you look at it, the kid was there, no question about that. Not saying it was a bang call, but I have a hard time with the player being basically underneath the basket taking a charge. Tough call for Browning, his 3rd, but Coach Miller's going to stick with him as Bryce just needs to get some more minutes here, I believe also.
Leithco, the Chargers break it, but he traveled with it. 1 step too many.
Tried the Euro step, and it was
no good.
1 step too Euro mini.
6:43 left, third quarter, 41-16 Washington.
You like that,
in the NBA, it's legal.
Oh, it looked good.
Here's Niehaus over to Killian. Now Tyson Wright with it. There's a 3 by Browning, and that's good from downtown. Bryce connects for his 3rd three-pointer tonight. 9 points for the senior.
Perfect from the field. He was getting some extra shots in last evening, I saw. And he's picked right up from last evening, no doubt about it.
Shot off the mark by Benson. Rebound controlled by the Hatchets. Grant.
Wow.
Right to the basket for 2. The fans like that move. Boy, that was pretty, wasn't it?
Little fake dipsy-do as he faked the pass. And
almost a steal there by Tyson Wright. Chargers break the pressure. Benson, no on the lay-in. Rebound loose, controlled by the Chargers, and no again on the lay-in. 2 chances there, but Pike Central couldn't finish, and now here comes Washington. Tyson Wright over to Browning, same spot for 3 again, money.
Feeling it.
Wow, 4 threes for Bryce. He's got the sweetest outside shot, I'm telling you, Kyle. It doesn't even hit the rim. You have to have a hand in his face. 49-16. Leithco gets one. Judah Leithco with his 5th point and a timeout on the floor. 5:13 left, third quarter on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. It is Washington 49, the Pike Central Chargers 18. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WAMW. Tonight's game coverage from the Hatchet House brought to you by Goodwin Seavers Funeral Home, now serving Davies County on State Street in Washington. And by Tim Dant, Social Security Disability Attorney from the Law Office of Hayes and Dant in Washington. With 5 minutes left in the third quarter, the Hatchets have the ball as play resumes, leading 49-18 on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. Up the floor, Tyson Wright kicks it over to Niehaus, now to Trey Reed. Trey with the lob into Hunter Killian, and Killian, no, on the little half hook. Rebound to Leithco and the Chargers.
Good move by Killian, just did not connect on that. Nice little half hook across the lane.
Yep. Ethan Scott now with it. Scott out to the center circle against Trey Reed. Over now to Holder. Holder drives. Missed. Jump ball.
Good defense by Wright.
Arrow keeping it with Pike Central. It'll be baseline underneath their basket. Quick inbound and a three attempt off the mark by Ethan Gorby. And
tough break for the Hatchets.
Rebound.
Browning with the rebound and was passing it to Wright, and Tyson happened to, black line got in front of him or something, and tripped and went out of bounds. Tough break. Just one of those things that happens sometimes.
Tonight's game coverage brought to you by Area 1 Protection. There's a drive in the paint, good for two, as Leithco has the finish. 7 points. Area 1 Protection Services, security systems for your home or business. Hunter Killian is fouled in all kinds of traffic, and Hunter will take his first trip to the free throw line to shoot two.
Well, this game's kind of went pretty fast, I think, but third quarter's kind of dragging a little bit. 4:07 left to go. Washington up 49-20 as Hunter looks to extend that lead at the free throw line.
Tonight's game brought to you by JT Express. The Breeden family proud to back the Hatchets. JT Express in Washington. Drivers wanted. Call 812-257-8901 for local and Midwest hauls at JT Express. First free throw good by Hunter Killian. Makes it 50-20. The second free throw is off the mark. That's the first miss at the charity stripe for the Hatchets tonight. Rebound into the hands of the Chargers. Halfway through the third quarter, Washington 50, Pike Central 20 on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. They work underneath the Leithco, and he's fouled. Leithco will have his first trip to the line to shoot a pair of free ones.
Hopefully that's on Killian, but it's not. Going to be on Bryce. Could be his fourth. He's going to have to come out as Hardiman's at the scores table, and Bryce knows he's going to be subbed out as he's in front of the Hatchet bench. Could have gone either way, Killian or Browning, and going to get a foul on Mr. Browning.
We got a wet spot on the floor. The officials want to dry up. Maybe, or no.
Not sure what they're really looking at.
Both teams go to the bench now. Maybe some blood on the floor, it appears. Yep, I think that's what the issue is. With the stoppage in play, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout and come back to the Hatchet House right after this on WAMW. All right, looks like we got the issue tended to now as both teams return to the floor. At the line shooting the free throws will be Judah Leithco, the 5'11 senior. He's leading the way for the Chargers offensively with 7 points on the evening.
What do we have going on? Do you know?
It was a blood spot on the floor. I think one of the Hatchet players, might have been Tyson, had a little blood and dropped to the floor. And when that happens, they have to make sure they get that cleared up. So now Hardiman officially checks in for Bryce Browning. First free throw for Leithco is good. He'll have one more. Second free toss is up, and it's good. Leithco gets them both at the line. 50-22. Tyson Wright brings it up, hands off to Niehaus. Grant in for 2 more.
Got a nice shot.
Man, oh man, he's feeling it. 18 points for the junior, Grant Niehaus. He's got 9 this quarter. Matched his first half total.
When he's on, the Hatchets are tough to beat.
Ethan Scott looking in. Now it's back out to Scott. He'll try the 3, too strong. And Niehaus skied up for the board, but picked from behind. Cabrick comes up with it, and Cabrick lays it in for 2. That was a nice heads-up move by Hayden Cabrick. Picked that one right out of Grant's hands. 52-24, Washington. 3 minutes left, third quarter. Tyson Wright pushed from behind as he had a step on his defender. Scott had nothing to do but foul. Out of bounds. Baseline for Washington. Niehaus kicks it into Trey Reed. And a foul called against Pike Central.
Washington's been in total control of this game from the tip.
Once again, want to remind basketball fans, every game of this 3A sectional from Washington will be featured live on YouTube. You can watch every game on the school's YouTube channel as Grant Niehaus drives to the basket, missed, and then an over-the-back call against Hunter Killian on the rebound. Go to youtube.com and just search WHSH Broadcasting. Our students in the radio TV class at Washington High School on the cameras tonight.
Did you say every game?
Every game of the tournament, yes, will be
impressive.
live on YouTube.
Good.
Thanks to Allen and J.J. Brown. They're manning the controls.
They do a great job.
They really do. Appreciate them very much. There's a steal by Trey Reed. He just picked that pass in midair, and he's fouled as he tries to lay it in. So Trey Reed should have a couple of free ones coming.
Tell you, he's had a whale of a ball game, I think, Dwayne.
Yeah, he's played really well tonight. He's not set out either. He's got 8 so far. Could go in double digits with this free toss.
You know, even more impressive than the points, just defensively, rebounding, taking care of the basketballs, free throws up and good. Just an overall solid ball game.
53-24 in favor of Washington. 2:25 left in the third quarter. Second free throw is up, and it's going to be good. So Trey is in double figures with 10. He's 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Good night, as we said, for the sophomore. Hatchet lead back up to 30 now. Pike Central's Christian Benson hands off to Ethan Scott. Scott out to Ethan Gorby. Gorby underneath to Benson. Benson missed. Got his own rebound and will get a chance to get 2 at the line as he's fouled. Christian Benson, a 5'11 senior, 5 points so far tonight. At the line to shoot 2. His first one is no good. Once again, the Sullivan Golden Arrows here watching this first game tonight. Southridge Raiders also here watching, getting ready for game number 2. Both of the free throws missed. Rebound by Hunter Killian. The winner of this one will face Vincennes Lincoln Friday night at 6 o'clock. And then the winner of Sullivan Southridge in game 2 will face the Princeton Tigers Friday night in game 2. And there's a charge called against Hunter Killian. Chargers sold that one well. Hunter,
Yeah, Oscars was what? A couple nights ago, wasn't it?
Hunter's used the elbow there a little bit.
Probably deserving of an award there. I mean, maybe a little bit, but Hunter is a lot bigger than him. It's kind of one of those deals where you got a guy that's much bigger than another guy, and it looks a little bit worse than maybe what it was.
Hunter has to sit down with 4. Bryce Browning also has 4. With 1:45 left in the third quarter, the Chargers have the ball back. 2 subs in now. Draven Huff returns. Austin Holder also back in from Pike Central during that dead ball. Huff 1-on-1 with Tyson Wright. Now to Ethan Scott. Scott gets it. Ethan Scott, 4 points this evening. Tyson Wright with a little token pressure, gets it across midcourt, hands to Kyle Mann. Mann now at the free throw line, over to Julius Hardiman. Hardiman, reverse layup, and he gets his first field goal. 4th point tonight for Julius, 56-26. Hatchets. Big lead. It's at its highest. 30 points separating the teams. Holder picked as he drove in midair. Fast break, outlet pass to Niehaus. Niehaus couldn't get the kiss, but is fouled. And Grant Niehaus has 2 free throws. Well, you know, you look at the draw, Kyle. Washington had a nice draw in this tournament. They Pike Central, of course, they beat. Then they have, if they get past this one, Vincennes Lincoln, which they beat in the regular season. And then that sets up the championship. That bottom half of the bracket, I tell you,
It's tough, isn't it?
it's really hard to say who's going to be where. This is a really good field in this sectional tournament here at Washington. Second free throw from Niehaus is good. He hits them both, and he'll set down now. Kiowa Jones checking in.
No, this is a game that the Hatchets, we talked about, maybe get some confidence, create some playing opportunities for other guys that we know we're probably going to need at some point in this tournament.
Right.
And it's good experience and one that the Hatchets can really build on.
30 seconds left, 3rd quarter. I don't know that we'll see Grant anymore tonight. He sits down with 20 points. What a big night for the junior.
He's played well.
Yes, he has.
All these guys have. I mean, they've been on a mission, and that's what you need. We talked about on paper.
There's a shot by Ethan Scott. It's short, out of bounds, back to Washington.
On paper, this was the type of game we expected, but you never know this time of year. We're talking 18, 17, 16-year-old kids, and you never know how they're going to come into the game. 5 seconds left to go. Ball off to right.
Tyson, we got to shoot it. There's Kyle Mann at the buzzer. Short. And
Good execution, just not a bucket.
That'll do it for the 3rd quarter here at the Hatchet House. After 3 on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. Washington 58, Pike Central 26. 4th quarter action in 1 minute. Back here at the Hatchet House, ready for the 4th quarter of action. Dwayne Shake with Kyle Cornelius. Washington in control, leading 58-26. I want to thank our sponsors tonight. They include the Crane Federal Credit Union, banking on a Hatchet victory, and the Edley Mortuary, caring for you when you need the care the most. Hatchets start with the ball to begin the 4th quarter. Hardiman hands off to Trey Reed. Trey now to Kiowa Jones. Off to Trey. Washington spreading the floor a bit. And a foul called as Tyson Wright made his move and got knocked hard to the floor. 6-team foul against Pike Central. No bonus yet. Out of bounds, baseline for Washington as we see Judah Lethco checking back in.
I look for Coach to maybe play another minute or so of these starters and look to try to get some of them out. As Tyson went down hard there, we are definitely going to need these guys Friday night. You never want to think about a player getting hurt, but
That's right.
in a 30-point game,
A foul called against Julius Hardiman. Or no,
I'm not sure where that went. A charge on someone.
Well,
Kyle
they called it
Mann.
on
It must
Kyle
have been away
Mann.
from the ball. As
Yeah.
neither one of us saw that. He didn't have the ball, so.
It'll be out of bounds for Pike Central nonetheless. That's the 16th foul against Washington, too, so both teams will now be in the bonus the rest of this game. Draven Huff over to Joey Church. Church now top of the key. Hands it to Austin Holder. Back to Huff. Now Church lost it out of bounds, and it goes to Washington. Coming into the lineup, sophomore Zach Gray. Zach Gray will replace Trey Reed, who gave a great performance tonight. Coach Miller gives him a high five.
Yes, sir. Nice play game by him.
Watch for Zach Gray from three-point land.
You like him, don't you?
He's got a nice shot from outside. He does. He'll hit it down the stretch when need be.
Hit a big one in against Memorial, I hear. Bring us back and win the ball game. Last game of the season, so.
Julius Hardiman. Now to Kyle Mann, over to Kiowa Jones. Kiowa too strong. On the rebound, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Julius. It'll be Pike Central ball. So the Hatchets hang on here. Looks like they should have this one in control. They'll play Vincennes Lincoln. Friday night, it's game number 1. Back here at the Hatchet House, another 6 o'clock tip-off on the air, about 5:45 on WAMW. And again, streaming on YouTube at WHSH Broadcasting. Looking out in the hallway there, Kyle, you can see the video coverage. We have the video screens at both of our concession stands down on the lower level for the workers to watch the game as they dish out the concessions. Shot up, no good. That was by Kabrick on the rebound. A foul called, and it's going to go against the Hatchets, putting someone at the line. I believe it's Austin Holder that'll shoot here. Holder, the 6-foot senior, has been held scoreless so far tonight. Looking to change that with a 1 and bonus. Tyson Wright coming out now, and Austin Gear checking into the lineup.
Good to see Austin.
Absolutely. Austin played JV all year and ran point for that JV squad that went 19-3.
Your leader's your point guard, and he did a magnificent job as that first free throw by Holder is up and good. But Austin Gear, a player that
he's quick, too.
We don't want to look at next year yet, Dwayne, but next year maybe taking over the reins of Tyson Wright. So Holder's second free throw's up and good, and he had a nice season. You're right.
58-28 now. Gear sets, shoots, too strong. On the rebound, a foul called and a 1 and bonus. I believe that one's going to go against the Chargers.
I think you're right.
So a 1 and bonus for Washington now. And it's going to put Kiowa Jones at the line. Kiowa, 6-foot junior. Another one of those guys that played a lot of minutes on the JV squad this year. Helped lead them to a 19-3 finish. And his first free throw is good. Kiowa earns the bonus. He'll be in the scoring column.
Tell you, a lot of these JV players probably going to get some minutes here, valuable minutes in sectional. You mentioned 19 and what, 3?
19-3.
So,
Boy, the Hatchet's shooting real well from the charity stripe. That's great to see. They've only missed 1 free throw tonight. 60-28 in favor of Washington. Holder stopped in midair. Kyle Mann picked that one out. And now Kyle pushes it up. And he takes it right to the hoop and lays it in for 2. Nice job by Kyle Mann, the Hatchet Jr. Got the defensive stop and got the reward with the finish. 62-28 Washington. There's the reach-in foul against Kiowa Jones. That puts Christian Benson at the line to shoot 2. Or Or 1 in bonus, excuse me.
Kids playing hard. 5 minutes left to go. Just what the Hatchets wanted tonight, Shaky.
That's right. We needed a big win to kick it off, so Vincennes is next. Benson hits the first free throw. Stick around for the post-game report presented by Sterling & Company, Professional Corporation. Main Street, downtown Washington. Both free throws good for Christian Benson. We'll hand out the post-game awards coming up. Annalou Chapman, your RE/MAX real estate broker, and Heller's Lawn Pro. Also our post-game sponsors. Shot no good by Kiowa Jones. Rebound and coast-to-coast for the Chargers. Christian Benson is fouled, and he's going to get a couple more free throws.
Last thing the Hatchets want.
Stopping the clock, yeah. Last thing the broadcasters want, Kyle.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
First free throw is good.
Hospitality room's calling my name. Getting a little hungry. It's dinner time, right?
That's right. Second free throw, no good. Rebound to Julius Hardiman and the Hatchets. Austin Gear pushing it up, hands off to Kyle Mann. Now it's into Kiowa Jones. Jones is fouled. And now Kiowa Jones is going to shoot 2 free throws. All of a sudden, everybody's fouling here. Actually, 1 in bonus again. I keep saying 2. 1 in bonus. Yeah,
we're going to be there before you know it.
Hospitality room, that's one way to get my students to get behind the cameras tonight. Hey, hospitality room, guys, for those working.
Whatever it takes.
They said, count me in, teach. Now, the students do a great job. I want to mention the camera operators tonight. We got Brooks Browning and Clint Ivy. And I'm missing the one right underneath us, Kyle. I can't see him. Both free throws good for Kiowa Jones. 4:25 left in the fourth quarter. Shot is short. Rebound to Washington.
Four minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Gear shot off the mark. Pike Central rebound. Fast break.
And another foul. So, actually, that's the 10th foul. That's automatically 2. And here comes the bench clearing now. As you mentioned, some of those JV players getting in. There's Alex Boyd. There's Lance Roach. Both free throws good by Christian Benson. 64-33. 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. There's a steal by the Chargers. Benson gets it. And the shot's good and one. Christian Benson with a chance for the three-point play at the line. So at the line, shooting is Christian Benson as we see Colin Craig checking into the lineup. Benson hit the free throw, makes it 64-36. Gear over to Zach Gray. Now to Alex Boyd. Boyd, three, no. The rebound to Colin Craig, the 6'2 junior, just in the lineup. And there's a steal by Kiowa Jones, and Jones lays it in for 2. Kiowa Jones, 6 points, 66-36, Washington. 3-minute mark in this fourth quarter. Three by Benson, no good. Rebound, long rebound into the hands of Alex Boyd. Boyd works it up. Hands off to Zach Gray. Now they work it into Lance Roach. Lance, give it to him. Nice move by Lance Roach, the junior. He's in the scoring column, 68-36. Colin Craig, no on the shot, but Colin Craig is going to shoot 2 free throws. Boy, free throws, ton of them in this fourth quarter.
Yes, you are correct.
At the line, Colin Craig. He'll shoot 2. The first one is no good. And here comes some more subs in now for Pike Central as Coach Hunter Elliott clears his bench as well, giving these guys some playing time. Bringing the seniors off. Seniors representing Pike Central getting a standing ovation. They've done a nice job. Their 4 years with the Chargers. Both free throws short. The rebound controlled by Jones and the Hatchets. Jaden Guth is in there now. Also, Sean Henselman. There's a 3 by Alex Boyd. Left-hand southpaw three-pointer. Alex Boyd from downtown. 71-36. The fans like that one.
Nice stroke.
Alex can hit that. He works hard on that shot.
Yes, he does. He is a shooter.
Now a 3 from Pike Central is going to be short. A rebound again to Kiowa Jones. That attempt by Ethan Gorby, no good. Kiowa Jones has it. Kiowa, good
nice
for 2
move.
more.
Great move.
Kiowa Jones has 8 points since entering here in the fourth quarter.
Instant offense.
And there's a steal by Austin Gear. Oh, man.
Tough break.
Just stepped on the line there. Couldn't quite reel it in. So it's out of bounds for Pike Central. With 1:40 left, this one winding down. Hatchet's going to move on to the semifinals. They'll play Friday night against Vincennes. Three by Guth is no good. And a foul called on the rebound against the Chargers.
Nice, tough rebound by Roach. Going up between 2 Pike Central players and wrestling the ball away, getting fouled.
Lance Roach shooting the 1 and bonus here, the junior, at the charity stripe.
Like to see Lance knock these 2 down as well. Good effort by the Hatchets tonight, Shake.
Yeah, it really was. Nice win. And as you said, it's a good way to start this tournament. As Lance missed the free throw too strong. Rebound to Pike Central. Guth draws the double team. Kicks it out. Goes to Stephen Craig and the ball loose. Hatchets
Nice
get
pass.
it. Here's Austin Gear. Austin Gear in the scoring column with 2.
Great job by Kiowa Jones. Boy, he's active.
Yeah, he's had a nice game tonight, no doubt about it.
Works hard. You know,
Under a minute left.
Root for those kids that all give forth maximum effort. All these Hatchets do.
And the steal by Washington. 30 seconds left. Hatchet's probably slowing it up here for the last shot. We'll see.
Or maybe just eat it.
Yeah, eat it. That's what I meant. Running the clock. They're not going to shoot it.
Great job. 75-36. 15 seconds to go. Hatchet's going to move on to Friday night.
Yep. Semifinal action. The oldest rivalry in the state renewed one more time. Washington and Vincennes Lincoln. And this one belongs to the Hatchets. Final score on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. The Hatchets 75. Pike Central Chargers 36. Post-game report coming up after this 2-minute timeout on WAMW.
You're clear. After this break, we've got about 6 more minutes of ads.
Okay. The Washington Hatchets win game 1 and the 3A sectional here at the Hatchet House. Final score on the A&R Home Center scoreboard. Washington 75, Pike Central 36. Post-game report brought to you by Sterling & Company, Professional Corporation, Main Street, downtown Washington. Individual scoring for the Hatchets, leading the way with 20 points tonight. Grant Niehaus, big night for Grant. 12 points for Bryce Browning, 10 points for Trey Reed. 8 points for Kiowa Jones, 8 points for Tyson Wright. 4 points for Julius Hardiman, 5 points for Hunter Killian, 2 for Lance Reed, 2 for Kyle Mann, 3 for Alex Boyd, and 2 for Austin Gear. Kyle, everybody on the Hatchet lineup scored with the exception of Zach Gray, and he was getting ready to. So a balanced scoring attack. Literally every player on the roster in the lineup scored tonight.
Well, I don't believe he took a shot, so
right.
Hard to put that ball in the basket. He just didn't have an opportunity, so like you said, great effort.
For Pike Central, 13 points for Christian Benson. He leads the way. 9 points for Judah Leithco. 6 points for Hayden Kabrick. 4 points for Ethan Scott. 2 for Ethan Gorby and 2 for Austin Holder, but 13 for Benson, leading the way for the Chargers, who end the year 3 wins and 21 losses. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more. Get ready for game 2, Sullivan and Southridge. But first, this timeout on WAMW.
You're clear. Go.
Welcome back to the Hatchet House as our post-game report continues. And with us now, Coach Gene Miller. Coach,